But what about this guy? I forgot his number. Your defensive guy. He's 6'3".
Ogbo.
Okoronkwo.
Yeah, I couldn't say it. I wasn't gonna try
So,
it.
so
Now they did say, and this was one of the articles I read, that he was measuring at 6'3", 250, but now they're saying that now it's more like 6'1", 240. And I'm not big on pretty much. I look at film. I look at what's jump out on tape for me. I see that. But what are your true thoughts on him? What do you think this guy? What he's going to do on this next level? Either one of you guys.
go for it, Darreck.
With Ogbo, he's got a lot of burst, great pass rusher. What worries me with him, and that was more so, I think, with how the defense was schemed at OU, when he was dropped back into coverage, usually it didn't work out well. But again, I think that was probably more related to Mike Stoops' the defensive coordinator's scheme. But as far as getting after the quarterback, Ogbo is everything you would want in that. I don't know if I'm Dallas that I look at him at like 19, but I would certainly, if somehow he's there in the second round, I definitely don't hate that pick at all.
Look, Ogbo's going to have to deal with people comparing to what he did in Mike Stoops' defense, which is playing actually the best position that you could play on the defense for college, and also the worst one that you could play for if you want to project to the NFL. Because Eric Stryker played the same position. It's a wide 9, and it's rushing the passer at its best, and it's, hey, you can drop back into coverage, you can play the flat, and you can sometimes even play strong side linebacker stand up, but it just doesn't translate, right? This is another reason why I've been asking to fire Mike Stoops for a long time, like 6 years, because it's hard to recruit a kid into this defense. When only one position on this defense outside of the secondary translates to the next level, and that's nose, right? If you can play over the nose in this 3-4, you're going to be Jordan Phillips, right? You're going to project well. You're going to get drafted high. You're going to make a lot of money in the NFL. One of the reasons I think Devontae Lampton left early this year is because he knows he projects well as a 0. But if you're playing this wide 9 and you're not going to a place like Houston, like Philly, right, which plays a wide 9 technique style of defense with these 3-4s where they're going to put you on the line of scrimmage and say, just go kill a quarterback, then you're not going to have much of a job. And that guy is kind of disappearing. You know, you got to be able to do more than one thing. And Ogbo, I love him. 21 sacks. You know, that's a lot of sacks in 4 years. I don't care who you are. He just doesn't project well. He's a tweener, and tweeners die a very quick death in the NFL. Ask Michael Sam. Right?
What do you think of Charles Tapper then? You know,
I think Tapper's a speed rusher in the NFL, and I think if he gets an opportunity to get on the field, I think he does good things. But also, I think he benefited from Gary Montgomery. You know, I think Tapper was a basketball player who was convinced he could play defense in the same way that Ogbo had never played football before high school. He was going to be a pharmaceutical tech, you know, and his defensive coach came up to him, said, "You're a big guy. You should come play defensive end." And he said, "What's defensive end?" So in both of those cases, you got guys that really didn't play football for very long. So he's still maturing. He's still figuring it out. You know, you're going to have a lot more bust than made plays, but if you can be patient, you're going to get something out of Charles Tapper. But it's the NFL. Do you have time to be patient?
That's a good question. Darreck, what are your thoughts on those two?
Well, on Ogbo, yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with RJ on that. Tapper, that's a great point he brought up as well. I forgot how relatively new he was to playing football. I think if Tapper can stay healthy and get on the field, yeah, he has a chance to make some really good contributions for the Cowboys defense. What was it that sidelined him again this season? Was it a foot injury or was it something else? I can't quite recall. It happened early in the season, like week 2 or something.
I think it's something degenerative with him. What is it?
Sickle cell.
Sickle cell.
Yeah.
I thought that was last year. I didn't know it was the same thing again this year.
Oh well, I mean, you don't really get rid of it, dog.
Well, no, okay.
That's what I'm saying is like if the doctors have decided it's just not time for him to play, and then he got hurt, Plus, isn't Taco Charlton playing defensive end out there now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean when you got a guy you drafted highly a defensive end. That says a lot about what you think about Charles Tapper. I think, and Dallas Cowboys defense wasn't great, but it wasn't bad either. It wasn't bad either. And if he could find a way to get into the rotation, that'd be enough for me. I just want to see the kid get enough snaps to actually make a difference. And I don't know that he's going to get an opportunity to do that at Dallas, to be fair. I really don't. Because, of all the places where you want help, you really want help at defensive end? Is that where you think you need help, Law?